Welcome back, 9:47 here on this Monday morning. I can't believe it. March Madness is finally here, so that's something to look forward to. It is a great opportunity to get together with your friends and show off your snack game. Brandon Bills from Whole Foods Market is here with us today to share some healthy, easy recipes. Great to have you back with us this morning.
Back.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you.
So as you mentioned, anytime we get together for any type of sporting event, typically the foods that come out are the cheesy, the greasy, the things that aren't so great for you. So today we're going to talk through 2 recipes that are healthy for you. And what better place to find the ingredients for healthy recipes than Whole Foods Market. So let's start with the pineapple salsa recipe. So if you want to get started, I'll let you chop up some tomatoes. Just chop these into small pieces.
Small pieces?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll
don't judge how I chop because it's not
okay.
the best ever.
It's a salsa, so it can be a little bit sloppy.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is we're going to make as I mentioned, a pineapple salsa. So we're going to start by cutting up the tomatoes into small pieces. And then when you're finished with that, I grabbed some of the pineapple in our store that's pre-chopped. We're going to cut that into just a little bit of a smaller piece so that it fits into the salsa.
Is that not?
That's perfect.
Okay.
So let's scoop those into this bowl here.
Just gonna kind of.
And the great thing about this recipe is we're going to make it today with pineapple, but you could really customize it endlessly. So if you want to grab some of those pineapple pieces, just cut them down into similar sized pieces.
Okay.
So let's say you're in Whole Foods Market and you plan to do the pineapple, but we've got mango on sale, or they're looking super ripe. You can easily swap out.
A mango salsa is so good, isn't it? Although I didn't think I liked pineapple salsa, and I just had it the other day. It's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really great, interesting flavor.
Kind of sweet, kind of savory.
Yeah.
Pair it with some chips or veggies, and it's super delicious.
So good. Okay.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
Okay.
So if you want to scoop those in as well. Okay. And then next, let's take a little bit of that cilantro. We're going to just break off a little piece.
Just kind of
roughly chop that up.
So everyone at home can see how kind of a bad chopper I am. I'm not the. I always make my husband do this part.
Oh no, that's great. It can be a little bit messy.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be super fine. Again, it's a salsa, so you just toss it all together.
What's the best way to sort of chop cilantro? I feel like I'm going to chop my finger off.
That's great. I mean, I like to bunch it all up in a tight ball and then chop it. That helps, but that looks perfect. Let's scoop that in.
If anyone wants to give me suggestions, you can see that I'm not a very good cook. All right, so we've got that in there. I guess you can use as much cilantro as you want.
Exactly.
This is our sort of to taste, right?
Exactly, yeah. And then you want to squeeze in a little bit of lime.
Okay. Squeezing in. This is always kind of hard for me. You need some of that
muscle
power,
in your hands, yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
And then if you want to toss it all up, and then we'll throw it in this bowl here. And then at home, if you want to add some salt or pepper to taste, that's entirely up to you. You can also add some chopped jalapeno or your favorite hot sauce.
Ooh, that would be good.
Depending again on your taste.
I feel like this would probably look better too if you guys make it at home than what mine looks like.
It's beautiful. The great thing about fruit too is it creates a really beautiful salsa because you get the colors from the yellow, the red.
The colors and the flavors. That is really pretty.
Perfect.
I do like it chunky, but I feel like if you wanted it real fine, you could use a food processor.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great tip.
So let's talk about the guacamole here.
So we're going to make an edamame guac. So edamame is basically the younger version of a soybean. So
really
soy
good.
is typically a little bit brown. Edamame is nice and green because it's fresh and young. It's also a great source of protein. So a lot of vegetarians are going to use, or vegans are going to use edamame to get protein in their diet. So we're going to actually make an edamame guac, and I see you already going to town on that.
I know.
Avocado.
I'm trying to keep this train rolling here. What I usually do though, can I use this?
Yeah, go ahead. And we're going to scoop it into that bowl anyways, so go right ahead.
Because it's easy once you get it in there. Okay.
So what we're doing with this recipe, so you're going to take whole ripe avocado,
Never get this little...
take all the fruit out of there and just scoop it into a bowl. And then, just like you did with the other recipe, we're going to add some cilantro. This time, though, we don't need to chop it up. We can just throw some leaves in whole.
Oh, okay.
And then a little bit more lime in there.
A little bit of lime. Now, I feel like guacamole is a very sacred thing for people, and the fact that we're adding edamame might freak people out.
You know, when you put the edamame in, you don't even know it's there. It's kind of like some other add-ins, like you can throw kale in there, and when you process it in the food processor, nobody knows it's there. So throw a little bit of that in there. You don't need quite all of that. And then we're going to put some onion in as well.
That smells really good, actually.
And then the beauty of this recipe is all of this goes into a food processor.
Oh, perfect.
You wear it up, so you don't need to chop super fine. You don't have to worry about it being pretty, and it ends up looking like that.
Can I try it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this good to try? Because I was saying during the break, I'm like, I am very particular about my guacamole, but I don't want to say anything until I actually give it a try.
Give it a try. Let me know what you think. You don't even know it's there, to be honest.
Okay, you don't know it's there. Well, it's really good.
Good. So then I also brought, as you see, some veggie dips, a great alternative to chips. In our store,
I know I grabbed that because I ate way too many of these this weekend.
They're
way
both
too many
good.
chips.
Yeah. And these are made in-house. Whole Foods Market fries these chips in-house every single day. Super delicious. So it's good to have a mix.
Some mix,
veggies,
a little,
chips,
so you can go back and forth. So you're not, you can stay a little bit healthy. Brandon, thank you. These are some great suggestions, and this is actually really good.
I'm glad you like it.
I might be a convert. It's really, really delicious. For more great recipes, you can check out, I hope I don't have cilantro on my face.
You're great.
You can check out WholeFoodsMarket.com. Thank you. Appreciate it. An important Antarctic expedition begins this week as scientists race to learn more about the changing climate. At the center of the research, a submarine that is named Boaty McBoatface. We've got more after this.